we interrupt this program to bring you...
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Glide, and today we have a very special video. If you guys have played Project Shinobi, I have the developer for this game, Osiris, with me here. Say what's up.
Yo guys, I'm really excited to be here, and thanks Glide for having me.
Yep, no problem. So I have quite a few questions I wanted to ask you about this game, because I myself and a ton of other people have loved this game and love the ambition you have and the direction you're going with this game. So first off, the first half of this video, I might split it up in two depending on how long this video is, but the first half of these questions are just going to be fun questions just to get to know who you are and what do you know about Naruto. And then the second half is just going to be more serious questions talking about the game itself that you created and other stuff that you have coming in the future.
Sounds good.
Cool. So we'll go ahead and get into this. So the very first question, how and when did you get into Naruto?
Okay, so a friend of mine recommended Naruto to me about 8 years ago, I'd say. But I watched one episode and I thought it was so bad. Like, I thought it was trash.
Really?
Like, literally, like episode one. Like that was my first anime ever, by the way.
What?
So
Oh,
I watched. So I watched one episode. I think it was in dubbed as well, and I was like, yeah, I'm not watching this. So then fast forward a year, and my other friend recommended me to watch Attack on Titan. She told me to watch it, give it a go. I think it was just season 1 as well by then. So I watched season 1 and I really liked it. So then fast forward another year, so 6 years from now, I went back to Naruto, and I found it at like the perfect time because I'm a Muslim, so once a year I fast for a month, so like I can't eat basically like all day. So I would just sit in my room and watch Naruto all day long, all day. Like I binged just straight through OG Naruto and Shippuden. I watched all the filler as well. I haven't done that since. Literally every single episode, all 720 episodes in total. I watched. Yeah, it was a mission, but it was basically my second anime after Attack on Titan. And ever since then, yeah, I've just been a fan. Like I can't, like any anime I watch, like I just think like Naruto's better than it's just nostalgia pretty much. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I'm blinded by nostalgia pretty much.
That seems like what a lot of people feel for Naruto, like just that nostalgic factor, and it makes it hard for them to put another anime over it. For that anime for me is actually Dragon Ball, because that was my first and my favorite, so it's hard for me to put other things over it, even though I know they might be better. And then Naruto was a quick second. But that's weird though, that like at first when you very first watched Naruto, you say you didn't like it.
Yeah, I watched it and I was like, I think it was episode 1 where like it was like Iruka and like Naruto, I'm pretty sure, something like that. And I was like, what is this? Like, why am I watching this? I turned it off straight away. And back then, I couldn't pay for Crunchyroll, so it was like 6 ads throughout like the whole episode as well. And I just turned it off. I was like, yeah, I'm not watching this.
Oh wow.
So then but then Attack on Titan was a straight hit. Episode 1.
Yeah,
it was a banger.
That's it's actually one, I think it's easily a classic where it's at right now, and it's definitely one of the top 10 anime of all time, I think.
Yeah, 100%. Me too.
Yeah, so that's crazy to go from Naruto not liking it, and then your second anime being Attack on Titan, which is one of the better ones. So quick question, because you said you didn't have Crunchyroll, or you said you didn't want to pay for Crunchyroll. I know over here in the States that we had Toonami. Did you have Toonami? Like after Cartoon Network?
No, we have Cartoon Network, yeah.
But you didn't have Toonami?
I don't remember that, no. I remember Cartoon Network, on Sky News we had Cartoon Network. I think Naruto was on there, but I don't remember watching it, to be honest. I'll be honest, I don't watch TV.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay, because I know Toonami was how I got into Naruto, actually. Around the time it first came to the States, because I remember watching Dragon Ball and a couple other anime that came on Toonami, and then I saw the trailers for Naruto, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be like another Dragon Ball, but they're ninjas. Because back then I didn't know what anime was. I just thought that it was like cooler looking cartoons.
Okay, so you're watching like much younger, because I think so yeah, I started Attack on Titan when I was 14 maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm 20 now, so that was like 6 years ago, or like 7 years. Yeah, like 6 roughly. And I watched Naruto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm 25 now, so I guess you can say I'm sort of an OG when it comes to like I'm one of the very first watchers of
Yeah.
Naruto when it came on air, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is a Ninja Dragon Ball. I can't wait to watch it. And that's kind of how I got into it. I liked it from the first episode and watched it on, and Shippuden had its ups and downs, definitely with a ton of the filler, but I've been a Naruto fan since. But that's cool though. That's cool to hear how you got into it, and it's different that you're probably the first person I heard that didn't like it at first when they watched it.
just episode 1, but then after that, like after I came back to it like 2 years later, it just I was doing like 10 episodes a day, you know what I mean? Like it was crazy. And like I bought all like as soon as I finished Shippuden, straight away I bought Naruto Stormfall. I bought that straight away. Yeah, I bought that straight away on my Xbox, and me and my brother played it a whole lot, like so much.
Oh man, we're gonna get to the games, the Naruto games here in a second. I got a couple other questions first, but that's cool to hear. So my next question is, how would you rank all of the Naruto series? Part 1, Shippuden, and Boruto.
Okay, this is easy. I mean, so OG Naruto is definitely number 1. Shippuden number 2. Boruto is last, 100%, without a doubt. I mean, so OG, I can't. It's hard to find fault with OG Naruto. It's much easier to find like criticisms within Shippuden.
Oh man, for sure.
Especially after like the pain arc.
Oh yeah.
So I think the whole of Shippuden gets too much hate. I think like Pain Arc and before was still just as good as OG Naruto, you know what I mean? You had like Pain Arc, you had Sasuke versus Itachi, you had the Hidan and Kakazu fight. I think you had like Gaara at the start, all those fights. So it was, the first half was still pretty good. Like I think people forget that the whole of Shippuden wasn't just the Fourth War, Kaguya. There was still like good stuff before that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think people definitely forget about a lot of the stuff before sometimes, just because the war was just this big old, all out brawl, everybody coming together to fight, and then the twists at the end and all that stuff. But yeah, I think I agree with you though. Part 1 Naruto is definitely it's a top tier anime. The way they put the story together, the world building, the character development in Part 1 Naruto is just amazing. Shippuden, they kind of left that whole character development part. Like all the characters, like besides Naruto and Sasuke, everybody else they kind of got pushed to the side. And maybe like once or twice throughout the whole Shippuden, they'll get another moment.
It was very focused on those two. I feel like, especially like the favorites like Rock Lee, Neji, they could have gotten like so many good fights.
Don't even get me started on those two. That's another question for in a second. That's another question in a second. But Shippuden, they like the other characters they really snubbed. And then Boruto. Boruto.
Boruto's Boruto. I mean, if we're going, hold on. If we're going manga, then I'll give it its credit. But anime, no way, bro. Like, there's no way. I mean, there's so like how many episodes is there right now? There's like 200 plus.
200 plus something. Yeah.
Yeah. So like out of that, in my personal opinion, I'd say there's like 20 good episodes probably.
Yeah,
and guess what the common factor is?
They just finished up all of the cool stuff in the manga people were like waiting for the anime to get to. So they finally got to all the cool parts, and everything before that. I mean, there were like a few things that I watched that were kind of cool, but like it felt like filler. I know Boruto fanboys, they like, oh, it wasn't filler, it's not filler, but if that's canon, it felt like filler. The canon story felt like filler.
I think they call it anime canon, but like,
oh no.
Yeah. I remember tuning into it, and like it was just like a random episode, and all I see is like it was like a parent teacher meeting between like Naruto and like I think Iruko's like the new like head teacher of the school or something like that. I was thinking like, what is this, bro? Like,
he's like the principal.
Yeah, he's the principal. Yeah, I'm thinking, what is this, bro? In Naruto, you got the kids risking their lives, and then you got Boruto. They're at school and they're at festivals.
It kind of just seemed like all over the place to me.
Yeah, it's awful. Yeah.
Hopefully, people don't grill us too much in the comment section if they listen to that part. But so my next question is, what are your top 3 characters, or who are your top 3 characters?
Oh, I've never been asked this actually. My top 3 characters I would definitely say that Sasuke's up there in my top 3.
Okay.
I'm not sure he's number 1 though,
Okay.
but the way they developed him specifically across OG Naruto and Shippuden, I'd have to say that he's top 3.
Okay.
Also, okay, so we have Sasuke. This is hard. I'd say Kakashi as well. Kakashi had a really fleshed out background,
Yes, sir.
and I think he had a decent conclusion.
Yes,
He had
sir.
a decent conclusion as well. So Kakashi, Sasuke, and I mean this is kind of generic, but I just have to give it to Naruto. You know, he's the main character. you know what I mean? He's the main character. Yeah, naturally he's gonna be one of the most fleshed out characters.
Okay, so Kakashi's my boy. That's my favorite character. I'm actually wearing a hoodie right now that has Kakashi on it, which is crazy. But Kakashi definitely, besides Naruto and Sasuke, Kakashi definitely is another character that they did really well with character development throughout all the series.
Yeah, Kakashi's up tier. Like he had the best balance between writing. He had great fights. Specifically, Kakashi vs Obito was like literally Kakashi vs Obito and Shippuden is like one of the best fights I've ever seen.
Man, it's
like that reminded me of OG Naruto.
For real. I when that fight came on, I was going nuts. I was going crazy.
Yeah, like that was amazing.
And then the fact that, I mean, I know we didn't really get to see it much, but like I had no clue from watching part 1 Naruto all the way up to where it ended up where he became the Hokage. I didn't see that coming.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's cool. That's he deserved that, to be honest.
Yeah, I did not see it coming. I do believe he's a better Hokage. Well, I think he's probably. I feel like he was more equipped to be Hokage than Tsunade. So yeah, don't at me. Don't grill me in the comment section. But I think I liked him more, even though we didn't get to see much of it.
I feel like it would have been a better fit, 100%. Yeah. I forgot. I think Madara would be a good runner-up, to be honest, in my top 3. Like, Madara's ideology on the his motives were right. Obviously, the way he carried out was completely wrong. You know what I mean? But the way his ideals were pretty accurate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could understand. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he wanted just the best for the world.
Yep. You could understand where he was coming from, but you just didn't like the way he did it.
Yeah. The way he did it was completely wrong. He sacrificed, too many innocent people, etc., etc. But I like his ideals basically.
That's a good one. That's another fan favorite that a lot of people love. It's hard not to like him, even though he is just a super bad guy. He's just hard not to dislike.
Yeah, even though he's like a mass murderer, yeah, he's got some good got some good ideals.
If there was something you can change in Naruto, what would it be? Any part.
Okay, I mean we're going straight to Shippuden, to be honest, because OG Naruto is nearly perfect for me. Yeah. So Shippuden, I would definitely say, I wish the end, the end of series villain, obviously Kaguya, was more foreshadowed. It was sort of like a random trick, at the end.
Yeah, it did make sense. It did not make sense when it came.
Because one of my other favorite, one of my top 3 or top 5 shows is One Piece, and the way they foreshadow their villains is really good. You can go back I'm not even joking, hundreds of chapters, and you'll see villains now being mentioned way literally decades ago. You know what I mean? Whereas we had never even heard the word Kaguya or the word Otsutsuki or anything like that. Yeah, it was completely random.
We had no clue there was aliens from another space and dimension until the last 10 episodes of the war or whatever. I don't know. It just it did not make sense. I was thinking, after they beat Madara in his super form, and it just the ending was just not.
I think every viewer, when they're watching Shippuden, they're expecting a grand battle between Naruto, Sasuke, and Madara, and it just never happened. It happened a bit, but then you know what happened with Kaguya. He gets done over by Kaguya, and then now she's the villain. What is that? I wish they changed that. I can't lie. Yeah,
so they could have added her, but like you said, just added more foreshadowing, and just so we're not just so surprised by and thrown off by it.
100%.
So I agree with you. I definitely agree with you with that, because I remember watching it and it was just what in the fuck is this, basically.
Yeah.
we're gonna get to the games. So top 3 Naruto games, top 2 or 3. I know you said you got into it a little later, so you might not have played as many Naruto games as I have or other people. But what are your top Naruto games?
So my number one Naruto game, and to be honest, it's my number one anime game of all time as well. To be honest, it's Stormfall. Like I said before, yeah, it's just like the game is like. Well, first of all, we've got like 300 characters, and they all have their own individual moveset. They all have their own abilities, tilts, grabs. You know what I mean? Like yeah, there's a lot of like replayability to that game, and it's quite competitive as well. It's not like you can get really into like the game mechanics. I'm pretty sure they held it like they held like a whole esports tournaments for it.
Oh yeah, there was.
Correctly.
Yeah, people love the hell out of that game.
Yeah, so it's one of those games that you can actually like get better and like get skilled at. So I really enjoyed that. Second would probably be Shinobi Striker, just for the customization features, which is something we have to get into as well with our game. But yeah, and also the art style. To be honest, I think the art style in Shinobi Striker felt more like Naruto-y.
Yeah, I felt like it was like out of the manga almost.
Yeah.
The way
I remember a lot of people hating on it actually when it first came out, like the graphics or whatever, but I think it looked like really it fit the vibe.
Yeah, I think when people complain about stuff like that, they just don't get the aspect of like art styles and stuff like that. Yeah. They want everything to look like Storm, even though Storm is a beautiful game and there's other anime games that have that similar art style. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with stuff like Shinobi Striker, and switching it up like Fighters. I don't know if you ever play Fighters, but like just stuff that makes it look more like the actual show or more like the manga. So I like that art style too. Yeah,
and then probably I never really played it a lot, to be honest, but I mean a third would be what's it called, Naruto Online. It's like some 2D online. I've
heard about that.
Yeah, I can't lie, I barely played it, but I played it a little bit.
Okay. So I mean, this is a little different because I didn't know you were such a new Naruto fan. I mean, you have been watching it for what, 7-8 years, or you've been in it. So my favorites, Storm 4 is definitely top 3. In no order. So Storm 4, definitely one of the better anime games and one of the best anime games in general. Let's see, Naruto. I'm trying to remember the name, but the sequel is Broken Bond. Have you ever heard of that game?
Yeah, I think is there another one called like Rise of
Ninja? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So Rise of Ninja and Broken Bond, they had like this open world RPG-ish story mode to it. It's very unique, very different from all the other Naruto games that I played, and I loved it for that aspect, that it was an RPG open world-ish kind of game. And then my third favorite Naruto game, there's so many. I want to say Ultimate Ninja game back on the PS2, but I'm just gonna go with Shinobi Striker. Because it's just so different. You could really feel like you're a ninja, running around, jumping on different things and walls and using the jutsus that you want to use and create your own character. So in that aspect, I think it deserves a top 3 spot in my Naruto games.
Yeah, I really wish I could play. I could have played Rise of a Ninja, but I didn't have an Xbox 360, so.
Ooh.
I was on PS3 for that generation.
Yes.
I was on PlayStation.
So here's the thing: I had a 360 for like less than 3 months. I had that before PS3. I had played the Naruto game. Never got to beat it, but when I played it, it was like one of the best games I ever played. And then my Xbox got stolen, and and then my parents ended up buying me a PS3 instead. So then I realized, I was like, oh wow, this game's only on Xbox, and just never got back around to it. But I might pay a visit back to that game at some point, maybe on the channel or something. But
I might have to as well. I might buy an Xbox 360 as well just to play it.
Yeah,
might be good inspiration. We'll see.
Oh yeah. I can definitely see, like, if you were to play that game and you could use up some of that stuff in your game, it would be like amazing.
Yeah. Hopefully.
But yeah, That's the first half of this video and this interview. So we're gonna get into your actual game, Project Shinobi. And I actually just recently played it in the new update and all the cool stuff that you added, and I'm amazed. Like you're really coming together with a lot of the stuff, and there's a lot of big changes that you made from the first version that I played months ago and then up to now.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. But first question, why and when did you come up with this game?
So this ties back into my journey with Naruto. So literally the minute I finished Naruto episode, what was it? Let me think. Episode 500 in Shippuden. So the final one basically.
Yeah.
I searched straight away for Naruto games on YouTube, and obviously the main one I discovered was Stormfall. But me personally, I love open world games like GTA, Assassin's Creed, and I could not find a Naruto one. I guess now there was Rise of a Ninja,
Yeah, a lot of people overlooked that one.
Yeah, I also overlooked it, but I couldn't find like a PS3 or PS4 version. So I thought, let me try and make one. I mean, back then, and even now, to be honest, I'm still like new to like game development. But I thought, let me just give it a go. So I remember, about 2 years ago now, I posted the first version of the game in 2019 of April, I think. But then I took like a year break from it because I was like, okay, I'm not getting anywhere with this. At that point, I couldn't even like script like a Rasengan move. I couldn't even make it. Yeah. So when I was like, okay, how can I make a game when I can't even make the first move of the game? So I just gave. I'll be honest, I just gave up for like a year, and then I came back to it in November of 2020 because I found a Roblox game called I think it's called Shindo Life now, and it was really cool.
Yeah, I never played Roblox, but I like looked up some, like I used to do thumbnails for this guy that played Roblox a lot, and I like watched some gameplay of it, and I was like, I don't like the way it looks, but the creativity and all the different aspects and the things they added, like I was like, wow.
Aside from the graphics, like they have everything in there for like, well, not everything, but a lot of things in there for like the ideal Naruto game. Like you can choose you can choose your nature, so like fire, water, wind. Then you get to choose a Genkai, so like wood style. I mean, you get to choose. You have to spin. You have to spin for like ice, wood, Rinnegan, whatever. You can you can choose a village, etc., etc. So like if we just translate that into like like a proper like game, like with good graphics, etc. And like put our own twist on it, I think it could it could do well. I think it could be a good game. Good game. Yeah.
Yeah, that's but why Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so I released the first version 2 years ago in April. Took a break for a year, came back to it in November of 2020, and I've been doing it since last November, basically, on and off, because I've had like university, I've had work as well. But yeah, I just thought, I think it's the game that all Naruto fans have been wanting as well, like an open world. Because they've done it. So they've done it for One Piece. They've done it for
Dragon
Ball. Yeah. So where's Naruto's one? You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I don't know. Like honestly, I was surprised because I'm a big One Piece fan too. But I was surprised that they made a One Piece open world. I don't know. Maybe I mean I know in Japan they love One Piece more than any other anime, I think, or besides Demon Slayer right now. But I was surprised that they came out with a One Piece open world game over a Naruto open world game.
Yeah, me too.
Just because I think outside of Japan, I think Naruto and Dragon Ball are like probably the two biggest OG or older animes that I can think of. So I was like, oh, they would have made a lot of money if they had made a legit open world Naruto game.
Yeah. My only thought now is hopefully that they're making it and they're just like taking their time with it, trying to make it good. That's my only thought, maybe, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I hope
that's
so.
why they haven't announced it. Yeah, I hope so. That's why I'll keep telling that to myself every day, you know what I mean? Like, it's coming out one day. They'll make it one day.
Yeah, I like all you can do is hope, because they haven't made a new a new Naruto game in general since 2017 with Shinobi Striker. It's been a long time since we had a console Naruto game. They came out with 2 mobile games that not too many people care about, But
Yeah.
as far as a console game, it's been some years now. So hopefully they do have something like that
Adding
in the
DLC
works.
for Shinobi Striker.
Oh yeah, they have been.
Yeah.
They've been pretty up to date
Yeah.
with that stuff.
That's all they do. I mean, like at every game event, I'm always waiting for Bandai to say something about Naruto.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
E3 specifically, what's it called? Tokyo Game Show.
Tokyo Game Show.
Like yeah, like I've been thinking, okay, this is it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it's never it. It's never it.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. It's always a sad
It's
day
something else.
when
Yeah.
when you watch those shows and then they don't say anything about it.
Yeah, like I specifically remember the one where they revealed Kakarot. I think they called it I remember specifically. I think they
Project
called it
Z.
Project Z. Yeah, they called it Project Z, and I was like,
Yeah.
wow. Like I'm not fully into Dragon Ball, but I was like, wow, a whole open world game. Yeah,
Yeah, I went crazy when that first got shown on E3, and
yeah.
yeah, I'm hoping to see the same at some point for Naruto. But
Yeah, one
until
day.
then, you're
Yeah,
you're the one that's got to make it happen. Until then,
Yeah, it's crazy because like I mean I'm just me, you know, I'm just like one person. I mean I've got my team now, but I mean we're just random
Yeah.
people, right? But like Bandai are a whole company with resources and like millions of dollars of like funding, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what's going on? That's crazy.
Yep. And when you brought up you have other people now, that's another thing I wanted to touch on. So you recently, like, you've been doing this whole thing by yourself for a few years now, and you say you recently got some new people to help you out. How
Yeah,
did that
so yeah, so I've been doing it by myself consistently, well, on and off consistently for like a year now.
Mhm.
It's just been me. It's not like I created everything myself
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
So like literally like all the models, animations from like, you know, other Naruto games, you know, so,
Mhm.
etc. etc. But I think in June or July, I can't remember, I sent out a message to my Discord asking for like developers to reach out, and you know, we got like 200 plus applications.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's a lot of people in that Discord, yeah. So we got like 200 plus applications.
Mhm.
And yes, we're currently at I want to say I literally just I recruited someone like an hour ago as well. So I think
Mhm.
we're at like 21-ish members in the development team
Nice.
right now.
Nice.
Yeah, so going from one, just me,
Yeah.
to 21 people is quite a jump.
That's great, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah, we have like 11 programmers, like
Oh,
6
man.
modelers, a couple of 2D graphic designers, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it should be much quicker, you know? Yeah.
Man, I love to hear it. Love to hear it, cause yeah, I can't
Yeah.
imagine just you by yourself having to do everything, and then now that's a lot of weight off of your shoulders.
Yeah, hopefully
having a
things
team
should
of
take
people.
off now. Yeah, for real.
So, yep, happy for that, and that just means faster updates, quicker updates, and more things
Yeah.
that can be added to the game.
Yeah,
Um,
100%. Really excited.
And then I also wanted to talk about like why, because I like I said, I recently played it before I decided to do the interview with you. Why Sage of Six Paths Naruto? Is he just a placeholder, or will he be like the main character in this open world? I'm not too sure.
So,
it.
Naruto is actually a placeholder,
Okay.
and the reason
what
why
I
I
figured.
chose Sage of Six Paths specifically is because it's just the most like aesthetically pleasing. You know what I mean? It looks cool
Yeah.
to look at. You know what I mean? Yeah. Compared to like just him in his base form, like that's the coolest version. And also, it gives me the opportunity to add the flight ability,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously you can't really have like normal Naruto flying around. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah. But now he's just a placeholder. We don't actually intend to have the actual characters from the show be playable characters. What we're aiming for is custom characters, actually.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
so
So I was right.
sort of like a Shinobi Striker, yeah, version.
Nice. Okay, because yeah, when I played it and I was looking at the inventory and all of the different armor and weapons and stuff, I was like, why does Sage of Six Paths Naruto need armor and weapons? And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you might be making a whole like CAC created character thing going on here. And then the whole skill tree thing, that looked dope. So I was like, okay, yeah, yeah, Naruto just must be a placeholder, and I just wanted to make sure with you that that was the case.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll have like at the start of the game you'll create your character. You choose from a basic set of clothing, nothing too fancy at the start.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have like vendors where you can purchase clothing, just like Shinobi Striker, I guess. You know, you can purchase clothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, purchase gear to increase your attributes.
that's dope. That's
Something like that,
that's
yeah.
dope, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. So we have CACs. Nice. That's in the works. What do you think your biggest challenge was making this game?
S- the biggest challenge so far, I would say it was implementing the jutsu, specifically. Well, which one specifically? I would say specifically the ranged jutsu, so like Rasen Shuriken, Tailed Beast Rasen Shuriken. Either that or the Itachi fight, which is still not
man.
complete, because yeah, it's still kind of buggy, and it's just really because fighting Itachi and fighting a regular Sand Shinobi are two completely different things.
Okay.
Like a Sand Shinobi, like all they can do is just swipe with a kunai.
Yeah, I'll beat their ass for sure.
Yeah, you don't have to implement any detailed mechanics. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Itachi, you want interesting game mechanics, which specifically apply to him. So Tsukuyomi, paralysis genjutsu, yeah, stuff like that. So it was hard getting that down.
Okay.
But I would say from here on out, the hardest thing will probably be the combat system, because obviously now that I've got a whole development team, we're gonna redo the current combat, because the current combat wouldn't really work in like an online scenario. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you played it, so like it wouldn't really work online. So we're gonna redo the combat system, we're gonna redo the movement, etc. Because the main thing that will make or break a Naruto game is ultimately probably the combat, to be honest, because you're there to fight people. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we really want to get that down as soon as possible and try and perfect it. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of trial and error, but yeah, the combat system.
Okay. That sounds good. Cause yeah, I was noticing that because when I was in your Discord and you were revving up, trying to, and I was thinking for like multiplayer and stuff, like the way that the combat system is now, it feels like more so like a just a story mode single player kind of combat system, if that makes sense. It didn't seem like it would work for a multiplayer online setting. So that's cool.
Everything in the game, like right now in the demo, everything you do, it automatically locks on, like that you can't miss, basically. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that will obviously not work for online scenario. You can't be aimbotting everything in online.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. It basically would be whoever hits who first.
Yeah,
will probably end up winning.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Okay. Cool. Cause I'm learning. There's a lot of cool things I'm learning about this game that I'm excited for, and happy to hear about. So how long? Well, before I get to that question, will there be controller compatibility?
Hey, so here's the thing. So,
I know it's probably hard to do.
Yeah,
but
hopefully, yeah, there will be, because it depends. So the game will obviously be on PC. It will definitely be on PC.
Yeah.
Depending on how things go with the licensing, we're not really too sure about a console release.
Yeah. I'm not expecting a console release at all.
Yeah. But in terms of PC using controller, yeah, that's definitely doable. Yeah, we hope to include that.
Okay, cool. Cause I was like the other day, well, not the other day, about a month ago, I was playing Final Fantasy 14 for the first time, big RPG, and I was using my controller, and it was hard to do, but it was possible, because they have a billion skills and things, and inventory is endless and stuff like that. So, and then when I was thinking about this game, I was like, with all these new updates that you did with inventory and the skill tree and all that stuff, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this would probably be super hard to code and put in the game, but I know it's possible because I've played other, RPGs and stuff that have the controller as a way to play the game. So
yeah, it will be I
know it's a challenge though.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm glad like I'm happy that, funny enough, literally everyone else on the programming team is more experienced than me, which is a blessing. So like, yeah, we should hopefully get it done, you know.
Cool. Good to hear, because I'm still pretty new to the whole PC scene. Just recently got a gaming laptop, so I'm still like getting used to the games that I have to use the keyboard, and I as a console gamer at heart and console gamer since I was a kid, I'm still used to the controller. So if I have an option to use a controller, I'm gonna use a controller. I don't care what anybody says. So
I'm with you on that as well. I also prefer console gaming. I only got this PC like in April as well, so not too long ago.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
I have one or two more questions. So, how long do you think it'll take you to finish the game and reach your final vision, whatever that final vision for the game is?
So I think for our base release, or like our actual release of the game, the way we want to create it, and like the vision we have for it, like in terms of the ideal Naruto game, like the ideal Naruto open world game, I think it'll be multiple years, because first of all the progress that I've made now, like up until now, it's not thrown out the window, but it's like we're gonna redo a lot of things because I have a development team now. Like I told you like a minute ago, we're gonna redo the combat system, we're gonna redo the movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's gonna take a while.
Yeah, but then it's not like it's just me redoing it. It's like 10 other people as well. But the way we want to do it in terms of like having an open world, having 5 major villages, having multiple Genkais, all 5 chakra natures, it will probably be. I mean, I can't really give a time frame. I'd say definitely like 3 years plus, definitely. Yeah, like it'll be multiple years.
That sounds reasonable. I'm not gonna be that person that's like, oh my gosh, hurry up, drop the game in 3 months. I want it now.
Yeah.
I know there are people like that just don't understand how gaming development and stuff works.
Yeah, people just want it ASAP. You know what I mean? I don't blame them, but yeah, you have to be like considerate as well.
Yep. So, so I think with what you have and what you got going on, I definitely think if you have you ever thought about doing like a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe?
Yeah, so now that we have our development team, I was thinking of doing a Kickstarter. I haven't really worked out the details yet, but because we're trying to find animators right now and particle creators, and it's hard like finding people who are willing to work for free. You know what I mean? Because like to be honest, I'm actually quite glad that I'm quite happy and lucky that we have 20 people so far. But we haven't got any animators yet, and you obviously need animations for a game. Yeah. And you need particle effects stuff like the jutsu, whatever. I was thinking hopefully we could like raise funds to maybe hire some people, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I might consider it.
Okay. Yeah, I think I know you probably got your thing going now. Everything's working smoothly, but I think you'd be surprised by how many people that would be willing to support. I definitely would be one. I'll throw a couple dollars here and there for everything. So yeah, I would really think about it, and maybe it'll help you out in the future in the long run, getting more people to finish the game. And so if you do decide to go that route at some point, I definitely will be a supporter in what you're doing.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it could definitely help out. It's mainly just for development. It's not like anyone wants to get paid, to be honest. It's literally just for like
for
development
fun.
terms.
Yeah, everybody's like, it's like a almost like a resume builder. Almost, it's like everybody's like putting their everybody's coming together to make this thing, and then when it's all said and done, you can be like, oh, I made this thing, and some people could use this as a way to get a big dev job or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's literally why some people have joined. That's literally the exact case. So like, I mean, obviously everyone on the team is a Naruto fan. Yeah. But also people want to build up their experience. So obviously, what's the best way to do that? Just make a Naruto game. You know what I mean? Combine those two desires.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that literally explains like half the people on our team.
Damn. So Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. So I think I've pretty much got everything that I wanted to hear and more.
I can't wait to see what the future holds. Yeah, we're just really building the game that we're making the game that we ourselves want to play. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
It's not
the
like
best.
it's not like we're making it for a paycheck or like for
Yeah.
like a salary. Yeah, like we're making the game that we wish someone else had made already, basically.
Yeah, and that's
Long
how you
story
get the
short.
best stuff out, when everybody's on the same page and everybody has a love for this thing, and
Yeah.
you're not just gonna put out anything just because.
Yeah, literally.
So yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, I can't wait. I can't wait for it to happen, for it to come out. I guess one last quick question: when do you think the next update will be? Because I know you just made your own. You just put out your own update, but you just recently got all those new people. So I mean,
Yeah, so what we're hoping to put, so basically, we're trying to release a closed PvP test soon. I mean, not soon, but like,
I forgot to ask
yeah,
about that. Oh, okay, go ahead.
yeah. So obviously the game has been, free, openly playable since version 1, but that's when it was just me. Now that we have a team, we're gonna redo the movement system. We're gonna redo the combat system, redo the leveling system. We're gonna redo the skill tree system, and we're gonna add probably like a basic login system, right? And we're gonna release this to like we'll figure out a way to get testers, you know what I mean? But like we can't, because of like server reasons or like funding reasons, we can't like release this closed version to like the whole world. You know, it'll be kind of expensive, I assume. So we're hoping to release like a closed play test. Maybe, I don't want to give an exact release date just in case, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
like,
I get you.
it won't be longer than like, it definitely won't be longer than like a year, 100%.
Okay, cool. Well,
yeah.
hey, if you need one, I'm right here. Just hit me up. Hit me up.
I remember you, 100%.
Okay, I'll definitely play it and give you my input on the game when it comes out. So
Yeah, because we just want to
go ahead.
perfect
Sorry.
the combat system. Yeah, like I told you before, we want to perfect the combat system. So we're gonna try and build that as soon as possible, and release that to like a select amount of people from the public, just to get that working. You know what I mean? Because like I told you, that's like the most important feature of the game, isn't it? Like combat. So yeah, we want to get that out to the people as soon as possible and get feedback as soon as possible, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I can't wait. Can't wait. But yeah, I think that's everything. We learned a lot about you and the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, no problem. I'm happy that we got to talk. Hope you had a good time.
Yeah, 100%. This is quite fun and quite interesting to learn about someone that, like, I've never really spoken in depth to like someone who's interested in like in a game like this. It's mainly just been like me, my developers, my Discord stuff. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, this has been quite like a learning curve for me as well.
Do you have a Twitter?
I do, but I don't really use that, can't I?
Oh, okay. I know you say you don't like use Discord that much either, besides, stuff for like updates and all that stuff. So
My Twitter is at Shinobi Osiris.
at Shinobi Osiris. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll definitely give you a follow, and if anybody else wants to follow you too, they can.
Appreciate that.
But yeah, man, thanks for having you. I'm glad we were on the same page with Naruto, Shippuden, and Boruto. Because I would have ended this interview if you put Boruto first. Just letting you know that that was gonna happen.
Nah, no way. I can never do that.
Okay, so I'm glad you have sense, because this would have been a very short interview. But yeah, I'm glad to have you. Can't wait to see what else you do with this game, and yeah, I'll just be ready to see those other updates you have coming in the future. Thanks talking to you, and yeah, everybody that watched, don't forget to leave a like. Let me know what you guys thought about this interview, and see you guys all in the next video. Peace.
暫定値